healthy eaters. Taylor here from Beetin Jeans, and today I have a special video for you. I am gonna go over my top 10 can't live without, use every day kitchen gadgets. As someone who is in the kitchen pretty much all day, every day, I have acquired a list of things that I have to have in my kitchen at all times. Many of these items are cheap and you could find them really anywhere. I got a lot of these items at HomeGoods, some at Costco, and some online. First thing that I use pretty much every single day is my citrus juicer. I picked this one up at HomeGoods, but I know that they even sell these in the grocery store. But all you do is you slice your fruit in half, put it inside, and squeeze out the juice. It strains out the seeds, which I really like, so you're not having to pick the seeds out of any of the juice. This is great for, guacamole, salad dressing, anything that requires fresh juice in the recipe. This is a must-have. So something that me and my husband cook with every single day are onions and fresh garlic. We are never without fresh garlic in the pantry. So something that I reach for daily is, of course, our garlic press. This one came from the Pampered Chef, and I have not been able to find this one anywhere. I've been looking online high and low, and I can't find it. They do sell these, similar to these, on Amazon, HomeGoods, the grocery store, whoever sells kitchen gadgets, you're gonna find something like this. But instead of having to sit there and chop and mince at your garlic, you just put it in here, squeeze it, and you have a ton of fresh garlic in your recipe. As a vegan, another thing that I'm eating every day is usually potatoes, carrots, and apples. So something that's super important to have is a good peeler. These are so simple, so easy to use. These are so dirt cheap. These come in a pack of 3 for like $5 or something like that. This is just another one I have on hand. I kind of like to use this one for carrots. It's great. Something that everyone should have in their kitchen, not just vegans, are good knives. Now, good knives do not necessarily mean expensive knives. So I got a pack of 8 of these colorful knives with covers on them at Costco for $20. And these have been the sharpest, greatest knives that I've ever owned. And the good thing about them is that they sharpen really nicely. And, sometimes they get little chips in them from cutting, nuts or something. But it's great because you can just go back to Costco and buy a whole nother package for $20. It's no big deal. But I like that they come in a variety of shapes and sizes. This is kind of the one that I reach for every day. It's a nice medium-sized knife. And then, of course, you have to have multiple paring knives. And these I reach for so many times a day to chop up fruits, vegetables, you name it. I'm always reaching for my sharp knives. These are some of my favorite tools in the kitchen. So multi-purpose. Silicone spoons. Silicone spoons are great for high heat cooking, and I like to use them in soups because the flavors don't stick into the spoon like they would in a wooden spoon, so you're not transferring flavors from one dish to another. And they're so great because they scrape the sides of the bowls. If you're cooking sauce or soup or anything like that, they're just so great. I like to have multiple sizes, big and small, and the small ones are really good to clean out jars or just scrape out the rest of your sauce in, your blender or whatever. Okay, so moving on to something that we do use every single day. Actually, we use all of these every single day. But this is something that we never even put away. Our cast iron skillet. We used to use non-stick pans, the Teflon. I read about how awful Teflon is for your body. So we started using our cast iron skillet, and the more we used it, the more we fell in love with it. It's great. It has become non-stick because it's seasoned. It's easy to clean. Food does not stick to it. And the thing that I like about it is that it's iron, and the iron actually gets into the food that you're cooking and it's a nutrient for your body. But this is great. We cook with it all of our meals, and it's fabulous. Me and my husband are huge fans of Asian cooking. We make stir fry probably at least once a week. And something that we require in our kitchen is a wok. This wok has been fabulous for us. So when we first got it, it did stick quite a bit, but it comes with instructions on how to season it. And after a while, it becomes totally non-stick. It's easy to clean, easy to take care of, and it's so great because when you're cooking stir fries and you don't want a certain vegetable to cook as long as another, you just push it up onto the sides, let it sit up there while the vegetables that you do want to cook longer, you keep them in the bottom. It gets food nice and crispy, and we just love our wok. The next thing that's so important to me as a pasta eater is a strainer. And I have several different kinds here. I don't just use this for pasta, but the good thing about being a vegan is you can eat as much pasta as you want and you don't feel guilty about it. So this little guy, I like to use this for when I'm rinsing rice or quinoa or beans. It's just nice. Dump it in, rinse it out. It's small, it's easy to clean. This is sort of just like your traditional pasta strainer that we use for spaghetti. And then this one I just picked up at HomeGoods and I fell in love with it immediately. It has such a great design. The square design makes it easy to pour. It's easy to clean. And I like using this for small batches of noodles or cleaning off vegetables. Yeah, I have this link down below as well. Okay, so my last two items here are going to be something that not everyone is going to have in their kitchen. First of all, the Cuisinart, and this is the 11 cup Cuisinart. This is so great for making things that you don't want pureed or you don't want all of the texture taken out of it. So when you're making things like almond butter or falafels or salsa, you can even grate like carrots in it. It's so wonderful, and this is something that I don't necessarily reach for every single day, but when I have a recipe that requires the use of it, I'm so glad I have it. And yes, it is on the pricier side of things, but this is something that I've had for 10 years, and it was such a good investment. I think I paid $150 for it. It's just, everyone needs a food processor. And drum roll, my top 10 out of everything is my Vitamix. And yes, I know that these are pricey, but it is so well worth the money. Vitamix is such a wonderful company and they treat their customers awesome. I've had this Vitamix for 7 years, and just last year it kind of started grinding when I would turn it on. And it wasn't broken, it just kind of made an annoying sound. So I contacted the Vitamix customer service and they asked me to send them some information, and they said, go ahead and package it up, ship it to us free of charge, and we will fix it and we'll send it back to you. So I think it was like 2 weeks later in the mail came my brand new beaker, and the base of the Vitamix had been fixed and it was like a brand new blender. So they have an amazing warranty on these. They're 7 years minimum. You can purchase longer warranties. This was a refurbished Vitamix that we purchased on Amazon, and it even comes with the warranty. So for a vegan, this is such a necessary tool to have in the kitchen, because as a vegan, you are making a lot of things using nuts, and to pulverize the nuts, you need a high-powered blender. You could use, of course, your food processor, but again, this is not going to smooth it entirely. It's just, it's the best thing in the whole world. I cannot imagine not having one. If I could recommend any kitchen gadget to anyone, it's gonna be the Vitamix, hands down, my favorite thing in the kitchen. Okay, so that's it. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching my top 10 must-have kitchen gadgets. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Thanks. Bye. For more videos, remember to hit that subscribe button and also check out our Instagram page at Beetin Jeans for daily inspirations.